Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our viewers wherever you are. Welcome to Recursive Function channel. And in this session, we're going to continue with our series of tutorials for developing Blazor WebAssembly application. And on this session, we plan to integrate Google Authentication in our existing application. And if you've been following along with our previous sessions, we have already implemented Facebook and Twitter. And let's go ahead. Let's see how we can start adding Google Authentication to our application. So I already have the documentation here open, and of course, first we would need to install the NuGet package for um, Google Authentication, and which is in this link. Let's open this up and copy the command. You can stop debugging and let's open NuGet Package Manager console. Again, if you don't have this open yet, you can go to Tools, select NuGet Package Manager, and select Package Manager console. Then you can paste the command that we just copied. So next is we need to go to Google, and if you don't have an account yet, you have to sign up and configure a project. We need to create we need to configure OO client, and we need to select web server, and we have to provide the authorized redirect URI, which is we need to use the local host or the URL of our application and append sign in Google. And after that, we can get the client ID and client secret, that we can use to configure it in our application. So let's go to Google. I'm just gonna open this link. I have already created an account earlier and signed in as well. So what we're gonna do is click this link here to create credentials page, or to go to the credentials page. And since we don't have any project yet, we can go ahead, create project. Let's just name this Blazor WebAssembly and click create. You can leave the organization empty or the default. So once this is created, we need to fill up some information first. So we need to configure the consent screen first. And just select external, click create, put in the application name. Let's call it Blazor WebAssembly project or app. For the application logo, we can skip that. And now the authorized domain, we can use a temporary domain. So let's say Blazor WebAssembly.com, and that's it. We can click save. This is just to configure the OAuth consent screen. And once we have created that, we can go back to credentials and create credentials and select OAuth client ID. So we need to select the application type, and for that we have to choose web application and then add our URI. So let's run our application so I can get the exact URI or URL. This is what we need, and paste it here. And then we need to add the authorized redirect URI. So yeah, we need to append sign in dash Google and click create. So once this is created, you will get your own client ID and client secret that we will add later in our project. So we have already completed the first part. The second part is the configuration of the client secret. And again, the same as with the previous session, we're not gonna do the secret manager to keep this example simple. We're just gonna configure the client ID and secret on the app settings.json file. So we need to go back to our application. Let's stop debugging and open our app settings.json file. We need to add section for Google. So type in Google. We need client ID, the value that you're gonna get, that we're gonna get from here, the one that we have created, and the client secret. Client secret. Okay, and that should be it. The next part is actually just add the configuration, this part, on the startup configure services method, and that's about it. We can actually go ahead and test our application after this one. Okay, let's test our application. Okay, let's go to register, and we have Google Authentication provider here. Let's click it, and I think I have already tried giving my consent previously. That's why it already redirected it. It has already redirected it back here. So what we can do is open incognito, so we can try out the whole process. I'm gonna click register and click Google button, and this is it. We can now type in our account that we want to use to register. Okay, and then our password. Type in your password. Yeah, and then after redirecting back to our application, we will be asked to register using our Google account. So just click register, and an email confirmation will be sent to the email of the user. So gonna open our email, and we should have received an email here to confirm our registration. Just click the link there, and it has already been confirmed, and we can try logging in now after we have confirmed our registration. And as you can see, we have successfully added the Google Authentication. If we inspect the profile, our account username is our Gmail account that we have used during the registration, and we have not set up a password for this since we have used Google Authentication, and the external login is indicates Google. All right, that's about it for this session. I hope you have learned and you enjoyed the session, and if you do, please hit the like and subscribe button, and see you on our next demonstration. Thank you.